So let's start talking about navigating around a PDF. Acrobat has a lot of tools aimed at that purpose. And so, for example, I could come up here and go through the document page by clicking on these little arrows. Or if I know that there's a particular page I want to go to, I can drag select it, type in that page, and hit return. But frankly, I don't ever do that. That's there, it's useful, but if I want to get around the document page-wise, I'm very quickly going to come over to the Pages panel and open it and use that as a method for getting around inside of the document. The Pages panel shows me each of the pages, gives me a little thumbnail that I can use that helps me more quickly get to the page that I think I'm looking for. So in this case, I want to get to the first page of this presentation. There it is. I click, and in the document window, I'll see the first page of the presentation, which in this case happens to be the second page of the document. And I can quickly jump around inside the document using the icons or the thumbnails in the Pages panel, and it's a very efficient way to get where I want to go. Now, once I'm on a particular page, so I'll return to page 1, I might want to zoom in on an aspect of that page to really focus on something. For example, this logo here is something that I want to look at quite closely. Again, as with the tools that I showed you to move around the pages of the document, there are some tools that allow me to zoom in and zoom out. So I've got this plus sign here, which allows me to zoom in, a minus sign, which allows me to zoom out, or if I happen to know the zoom factor that I want to go to, I can actually type it right in and hit return, but it doesn't actually take me exactly to where I want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 100%. I'll zoom back out to 100%. What instead is a much more efficient way to zoom in on an aspect of the document is to use this zoom tool here. And when I select it, I'll come over to the logo, I'll click and I'll drag, and the document window will fill as best it can with the object that I've selected. Now if I want to zoom back out, instead of typing in 100% into the zoom field, I'm actually just going to click this button right here, which fills the document window as best it can with the entire document. And so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this paragraph here because I want to point out how the magnification and the Pages panel work together in tandem to allow me not only to get to a specific aspect of a page, but to see where I am in context of that page. If you look at the Pages panel, you'll see that there's a red rectangle. What that red rectangle represents is everything that's showing in the document window. And it's more than just a visual tool, it's actually a tool that allows me to move around within the document in the document window. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to move my cursor over the red box, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and you can see that I can change the view in the document window by doing so. And if I want to, I can even use that little red tool as a way to zoom in. So I'm going to grab on its corner, and I'm going to zoom in to magnify on the logo, and then I can just quickly adjust its location. So by using the magnifying tool and the Pages panel, I can focus on just that part of the document that I need to focus on, and then when it's time to view the overall document, I'll return to that fit-in window magnification by simply clicking on that icon there, and it will zoom all the way out and allow me to see everything in the document within the document window.